I found myself and you guys a lot of great coins already this season. And I found them when they were still very small. What do you think about HUSTLE, MLC, MAMO, even AERO and virtuals, or GRIFFAIN for instance? I found them when they were really small and made a lot of money on them already. Now, how do I find these coins? And how do I research them? And with which tools do I do so? In this video, I'm going to explain this really easy, really simple, and I'm going to show you all the tools I'm using. Okay, there are several ways to find great coins. Maybe an influencer shilled the coin, maybe you found it on X, or you found it yourself. All three instances are great, but you still need to research the coin. How do you research a coin? I mean, your favorite influencer will tell you what he thinks, but, well, let's be honest. You always have to do your own research. Yeah, even this video, it's not financial advice. You have to do you. So, I'm going to teach you how you can do your own research very easy. Come on, let's go. Which coin are we going to research for this video? Which coin are we going to make an example of? Well, we're going to defilama.com. Of course, everybody knows DeFi Llama in crypto, yeah? But I'm going to put the link in the description in case you don't. And I'm going to put every link of every tool I'm going to use in the description so you can just copy paste. How am I going to find a coin to research on DeFi Llama? Well, it's actually quite easy, yes, because the season is starting and the big chains that are going to run like crazy, well, maybe we're a bit late buying them, yeah? So we want to buy smaller caps, but it's very easy to just jump on board. Like Sui. Sui is actually going to do crazy buybacks on Sui, put it in their treasury. Mysten Labs is actually making the rails for the rest of crypto to mint stables on Sui through other chains, EVM compatible for instance. And then there's Sui Play, so I think Sui is going to do great, yeah? And we're seeing that on DeFi Llama, so let's choose Sui. Let's choose the Sui chain. Well, then if we go to the Sui chain, we see it has been pumping a lot. Yeah, 42 million in 2023, now at 2 billion. So buying Sui now isn't really an option, is it? But an ecosystem play on Sui, that could be very interesting. So on DeFi Llama, we can see all the ecosystem plays. We see here Suilend, Navi, Bluefin, HUSTLE, Momentum. How do we find the one play we want to invest in? Well, there's not only one play, of course. There's more plays that are of interest. But what I do, I look at the TVL, total value locked. It's a big indicator, of course. 775 million for Suilend, Sand. And Navi has 603. Bluefin 225. So these three already stand out a bit. Then we're going to look at the fees. You see Suilend is making 130k in fees, Navi 83k and Bluefin 123k. So they're making fees. But of course, just the last day doesn't tell me anything. So I'm looking here, fees the last 30 days. 3.95 million for Sand, Suilend. That's crazy. You know, 3.95 million, crazy. Revenue 1 million in a month, crazy. Very good, very good, very good. So for me, Suilend protocol, well, it stands out a bit here, yeah? 775 million TVL, market cap to TVL ratio 0.05. So it means a low market cap to TVL. Let's research this one. For people that are following me on X, you know I've bought Sand Suilend a couple of days ago. So we click Suilend protocol to have some more information. Total value locked, 759 million on chain. That's a lot. And you see here that it's growing. In April it was 300 million. In July it was 500 million. And now we're at 700 million. So this is going fast. Annualized fees, 48 million. Annualized revenue, 13 million. So it's a lot, yeah, really a lot. DAX volume in the last 30 days, 675 million. So also very good. Well, the market cap is just 39 million, which is very low. What makes me extra bullish on this is that for lending protocols in a bull run, the market cap actually tends to catch up with the TVL. This is something that happens quite a lot. Let's look at AVE, for example, in 2021, where the market cap started at 190 million and the TVL was 1.1 billion. But when it crossed, it did some crazy numbers, 6.5 billion for the market cap, 4.2 billion for the TVL. And of course, after the bull run, it came down again. Something like that could happen for Suilend. It could. Doesn't have to, it could. But it's an option. We've seen the TVL and the market cap are to our liking. It's in the Sui ecosystem, which we love. Now, let's have a look how it's doing on social media. I'm going to cookie.fun. You can simply log in with your X account. On cookie.fun, we can look if there are some big influencers shilling this coin, what the community sentiment is. Well, community sentiment at this moment is almost 70% good. So that's great, yeah. So if we look at the influencers, the top influencers, NGIO, he's got something like 4,000 followers. So there's not really big influencers shilling this coin as of yet. To me, that's not really the biggest problem, but I would have loved a big influencer shilling this coin. Would have been better for us. You do actually see a great influencer at rank 21, Trill2 Crypto. And this is from me just posting 1 or 2 times. So you can see Suilend is still very much under the radar. We are very early on this play. If we aren't frightened by the lack of big influencers, we need to look at dropstep.com, because big influencers most of the time are paid. So we need to know if there are some big investors behind Suilend. On dropstep.com we can do just that. We type in Suilend and we can look at the investors. We'd love to have 1 or 2 tier 1 investors. If we have tier 1 investors in something, we know there's money, there's going to be push, this coin is going to be pushed up. Tier 2 investors, also good. In the case of Suilend protocol, we have Balaji Srinivasan as a tier 1 investor, Mechanism Capital is tier 2 and Alliance is tier 2, and then some tier 3 investors as well. So the investors in Suilend protocol are great, which is really good. If I'm going to invest in a coin, this is something I want to see. Also nice to have a look at the X followers, top X followers. You see some big accounts following Suilend. So there is going to be some traction, I'm sure of it. Now, if we want to know who is this tier 1 investor Balaji Srinivasan, we can just click on his name and we see he's the CTO of Coinbase and co-founder of Council, Earn, Teleport and Coin Center. We can also see with whom he's co-investing, like Coinbase Ventures, of course, and in which fundraising rounds he's invested. This could also be a way to find new coins. Look at which coins VCs are investing and research them yourself. One quick Google search brought me to suilend.fi. Here we can actually see this project isn't a dud, that this project is for real. You see what deposits there are, what borrows there are. So you can see everything. Sui, 72 million in deposits, 43 million in borrows. You see the borrow APR, the deposit APR. You can see everything you'd like. Then also there's this page, Send. The Send page, you can see the buybacks they are doing. Buybacks, always really bullish because investors are going crazy about buybacks. Doesn't even matter what they are doing with these buybacks because investors just hear the word buyback and they go wild. One more thing we really need to investigate. This is really important, guys. We're going back to Dropstep, going to Suilend. You could see this on CoinMarketCap or on CoinGecko. I'd like to use Dropstep or CoinGecko because CoinMarketCap sometimes has wrong stats. So watch out for that. Suilend market cap is 38 million. For instance, I was looking at CoinMarketCap and it says 26 million. A bit strange. So, okay, we'll take the 38 million from Dropstep, and we see the circulating supply is 70 million, while the max supply is 100 million. So 70.8% of all tokens are unlocked already. That's good, but not all tokens are unlocked. So we have to look when will these tokens unlock and in which manner. To investigate this, I could do this on Dropstep, but I'm always doing this on cryptorank.io, so I'm going to show you cryptorank.io. On CryptoRank, I click vesting. Okay, so the allocation is fine. Yeah, it's a good allocation, nothing wrong with that. Then we see the vesting schedule. We are in September 2025 right now. Investors still getting their money, still getting unlocks. Okay, so we have to look at how. The team, also 15% of the total coins are getting unlocked still, but this is spread until December 2028 maybe. Yeah. And the other ones are spread till December 2026. So now we are going to look at the unlock events, and you see they are unlocking daily. Well, it's really small percentage of allocation, 0.14%. So in a bull run, this doesn't matter one bit. Really doesn't. So for us, it's actually really good that there's still investors getting their tokens. This means they won't dump this coin. It's in their best interest to pump the coin. And there won't be a big unlock, like a crazy big unlock, where investors get all their tokens at once, because if that happens, they'll sell all the tokens at once and dump the coin. So all of this not going to happen. I'm feeling quite secure about Suilend. Then the most important question, can I buy Suilend Send now, or am I too late? Well, we're going to TradingView. I know I'm showing you a lot of tools. All of these tools are free of charge. Of course, with all of these tools, you can take a paid subscription. I don't even have that with all of these tools. I have for TradingView, for instance. Well, you can have a look at the chart. Let's zoom in at the chart a little bit. It's not really making a cup or anything, which is a shame for us. If we would have seen that, we would have bought immediately. But we can see every time the market goes down, it gets bought up pretty quickly, and it goes up when the market goes up. So there's strength in this coin. Is that enough to buy? Well, we did the research, yeah, and we know this could be a good coin. When Sui goes up, people are going to look to the next best thing. That could very well be Send. Let's have a look at the RSI. It's an indicator. You just easily click indicators here and choose RSI. The RSI actually tells you if it's oversold or overbought. The thing you have to remember is, in an old season, the RSI is pretty high and maybe it's no use watching the RSI anymore. But at this moment, yes, when a coin goes below 30, it's time to buy. And you see that here as well. RSI went below 30 and the coin went up. RSI went below 30 and the coin went up. RSI went below 30 and the coin went up. Every time you would have bought when the RSI was below 30, you would have made a profit. So this is a really good indicator. Is it below 30 now? No, it isn't. But is it the time to buy? Well, you can see it's at around 50 right now. If the RSI is between 40 and 50, maximum 60 is neutral. You can buy it. If it's above 70, I would advise you not to buy. It's just heating up too much. Then mostly I also look at how much liquidity is in the token. And in the case of Send, the liquidity, 308k on a 38 million market cap, is very low. It's too low, yeah? So that could be a problem. So we have to research why that's so. So I've done a little bit of research. There is several liquidity pools, but even when I count up all these liquidity pools, well, isn't a lot. So we have to look why. We go back to Dropstep and we're going to look at exchanges. We click spot for the exchanges and we see gate.io and Bybit. And the volume there is pretty high, 77 million, 174 million in the last 24 hours. I also know MaxC has the token because I actually bought the token at MaxC. This is why the liquidity pools are kind of low, because most of the buying happened on CEXs and a lot of the buying happened by smart money, which is actually good for us. More smart money in a coin will mean they are going to pump that coin. So for me, Send at this moment looks really good. And then a tool that I'm always using just for the Sui ecosystem, I'm not using it as much. I do actually ask it things if I want to, but Agent HUSTLE.ai, it's also a free tool. You can of course also have a paid membership, but this is, for me, this is gold, because all the other things I just did, if it's on Solana or Ethereum, I could just ask Hustle and he can just give me the information. For me, I like to research it, so I'm just researching it as well, but great help also for playing perpetuals and things like that. If you want to try it, there's a free link in the description, you can try it.